people have asked me, has the finance guru made a New Year's resolution? Have you made any, and what is the best way to make sure you keep that New Year's resolution? It's the 13th. Many people's New Year's resolutions have gone by the wayside already.
They probably have. Well, my New Year's resolution is to stop making New Year's resolutions. and I'll tell you why, is because, it's a commonly cited statistic that only about 8% of the people that make New Year's resolutions actually keep them. That doesn't surprise you, does it, King?
Absolutely not.
So there's something going on there as to why people can't keep them, and I think there's some reasons for that, and I'll be happy to share them with you. I think when you make a New Year's resolution, or any resolution for that matter, you have to give yourself a shot to be able to keep it. So I think you want to be realistic so that failure is not assured. And being realistic is, what is something that I can actually achieve, reasonably achieve? And if you're not setting your goals along those lines, you're doomed to fail. So when you're going about doing this, I would tell you that you should set your goals more on a short-term basis. As we just talked about, we're only a couple weeks into the new year, and there's people who've made New Year's resolutions that have probably gone by the wayside already. So if you know you're that type of person, then make your short-term goal one day. At least you're making some progress. You want to be able to get some victories under your belt. Remember, these types of resolutions, you got to make them more about the journey, not necessarily the outcome. These types of resolutions generally are always to try to make your life a little better, to try to make yourself a better person, to achieve something that is going to have a better outcome than, perhaps you have right now. So let's focus in on the journey and what the overall progress is over time. And as I said, you want to celebrate those small victories as you go along. Another thing people do is they really beat themselves up. So a common New Year's resolution is losing weight. So they decide they're going to start working out, they're going to eat less, they're going to do all these things, and for whatever reason, weight always fluctuates. You get on the scale one day and maybe you didn't lose any weight, or maybe you gained a pound, and right away people are beating themselves up. I can't do this. I'm too fat. I'm too this or that. Whatever the case is, you got to go easy on yourself. Again, make it about the journey, not necessarily pinpointed to one single thing that you have to track every second of the day, and reassess it as you go along. Look, if you say you want to lose 20 pounds, for example, and you realize, I just can't do it, then reassess that and say, if I can lose 10 pounds, that's good, because it's going in the right direction. Another thing that you can do, too, is employ a buddy system. Get someone involved who has the same type of goal that you do, and work together. And the reason I say that is because when you're feeling down, when you feel like you can't get there, when you feel like you're ready to quit, the buddy system, that person is there to pick you up. And of course, you do the same for the person that you're teaming up with. So these are important things in terms of not giving up, and something I do, not necessarily with New Year's resolutions, because I told you I gave those up, but just trying to achieve certain things. I have a tendency to tell people, I'm trying to do this, or I'm going to do this. And the reason I do that is I put it out there in the universe, and I let karma take its course at that point, but it also holds me accountable to some extent. I said I was going to do it, I put it out there in the universe, and now I'm going to make sure that I follow through with it. So those are my views on New Year's resolutions, King. I don't know what yours was, but I'm sure it's something you'll achieve no problem.
Yeah, I didn't make one, I have to admit.
So you're going to do it then.
So I have not failed. I have not failed my New Year's resolution.